lovies. This morning I'm actually going to show you a little bit of my morning makeup routine on the go. Yes, on the go. Well, not really on the go because I'm actually at one spot, but what makes it kind of on the go for me is that I don't do it at home. Sometimes when I'm rushing to beat the morning traffic, I just hurry up, get to work, and I'll do my makeup in the car. Yes, sometimes it makes me very self-conscious because I think people are looking at me and probably saying, hey, why should I go do the makeup, you know, in our bathroom or the company bathroom or at home, right? But this works for me sometimes when I'm in a rush. I get to beat the traffic and I get to come, settle, listen some music, you know, get myself really chill and ready for the day. So disclaimer, I'm not a makeup artist, but what I do, my work makeup is work makeup, and I do what works for me. I don't follow any specific routine or technique in the mornings. I'm just going to work, you know, I just want to look even. I just want my skin tone to look even out and just to look good and bright, you know, my eyes look some kind of way in the mornings and just to look bright and chirpy for the rest of the day. So without further ado, let's go. Now I use a lot of clean color products. This is my, it look upside down, anyways. So this is my eyebrow pencil. I'll start off with the brows. My camera is a little shaky, sorry about that. All right, so I just kind of give it little strokes. I don't really draw an eyebrow. I mean, for some persons, they don't have a lot of hair on their brows. I have enough, but of course, you know, you still want to get that nice little shape. It's a slight arch for me, not a big arch. And you want to make sure your pencil is lined properly so that you don't have these big thick marks. The lines you make should be reminiscent of your natural brow strokes, right? All right, so we'll clean up what mess I made with my concealer after this. All right, so I'm almost done with the brows. As you are with me, I will be still. Oh my god, I hope YouTube don't block this because I really don't want to turn off my songs. It really helps me to mellow out in the mornings, and it's good to know that God is with you. That song is from Travis Green called Be Still. And sometimes in the mornings, throughout the hustle and bustle, you really need to take a moment to just be still. Be still and listen to what God is trying to tell you. You know, sometimes our minds are so crowded with different information, what we have to do at work today, you know, things to do for our children, for ourselves, bills, all of that stuff. So it's good when you just take a moment to just be with yourself, to just be with the universe, to just be with God. I started off using this wedge, but I like to use this silicone wedge. I saw it at a store. I didn't know anything about it. I've never used silicone wedges before I purchased it, but oh, sorry guys, it's shaking again. But I purchased it and then I started looking up on YouTube. Didn't find much on YouTube, but the thing I like about the silicone wedge is that it doesn't absorb your makeup, right? I do have a brush and I will use the brush a little from this to kind of get into the creases, because as much as the silicone wedge has a pointed edge, it doesn't really get into like here and these little places that you want to conquer. Oh, the makeup I'm using, Fenty Beauty. It's the, I have the box. It's the Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation by Fenty Beauty. I like the Fenty Beauty foundation that I'm using now. I actually tried, there's another one, I don't remember the name of it, but it gives you kind of a dewy look. I don't really fancy the dewy look. I like when my face looks matte and just cool, well done, and I don't have to top up throughout the day. That's one of the things I like about this foundation. I don't have to really reapply throughout the day unless I've been in heat and I'm outside, and you know, sometimes them have the fire drill here, right? Or whatever kind of drill, not necessarily fire, but earthquake drill and stuff like that, because we had an earthquake recently too. And sometimes, you know, you have to stand up in the sun while they do the whole thing, and it takes a very long time and you get hot and sweaty. So when you go back inside, you may have to pat down some of the oil off your face. And I tend to have combination skin, so yeah, I'm mostly looking in my rear view mirror because that's what I'm used to doing when you guys aren't here on a daily basis. So I look in my rearview mirror to see what I'm doing. Another benefit of doing my makeup in the car in the mornings is that I get this natural light that you don't get indoors. No matter what kind of light you have, ring light, whatever, you still get that better light. So this is where I go to my brush and kind of neat and fine, you know, retouch some places that the silicone wedge didn't go. I'm gonna need to be quiet right now so I can go to certain areas like my lips. You know, that dark line around your lip, you need to make that neutral. You know, I hate seeing that though, like when people they're wearing makeup, foundation and concealer and their face is well done, and then they have this big black line around their lips. I just feel like they needed to blend that out, right? Give it a neutral look. Even if you're applying gloss or lipstick after, just give it a neutral vibe so that it's like a blank canvas for when you're applying your lipstick or gloss. Hey guys, what do you prefer, lipstick or gloss? You know, growing up I hated lipstick. I just thought it was an older man thing. Maybe it is because I'm older now and I actually prefer lipstick. But I find I prefer lipsticks because they're more matte. I know they're glossy lipsticks and I do have a few, but I hardly wear them. But for lip gloss, sometimes I see it on people and I was like, ooh, I should try that. That looks good. But then on me, it's just like the lip just shine and it's not my thing. All right, so I'm kind of done with my foundation. I'm just using the wedge now, the regular wedge, to pat the top to my hairline there. Hope I don't pull up my hair because it's laid. Yeah man, so what kind of music do you guys listen to in the morning too? Because everyone has their different vibe, you know. I like healing music, I like gospel, and depends on the mood I'm into. Sometimes I would listen some pop or hip hop, but it's mostly gospel and healing, classical music in the morning. So right now I'm just gonna apply a little mascara. Now, two things I don't do. Oh, before I put on the mascara, two things I don't do when I'm doing work makeup. I don't contour. How I see it, I'm just going to work. I don't need a full glam. I don't need to do all these extra things. Primer. Sometimes I moisturize. I will use a Clinique moisturizer in the mornings. Before what am I looking for again? Oh, concealer. So I use the Pro Concealer in Fawn. It's a little lighter than my complexion, simply because to cover up what you want to cover up, you have to make it a little lighter than your actual shade. Don't bother go too crazy, you know, about 1 or 2 shades lighter. I think I put on too much over here. Yeah. Also just to neat up my brows and thing. Alright. I don't even know why I'm gonna do that, because that's a contouring thing what I did to my nose, and I'm really not about that contour life today. I do have a concealer brush, but sometimes I just prefer to use a wedge to smooth out my concealer. Where's the brush? Is your makeup bag organized? Because right now mine is not, and that's why I can't find my concealer brush, but lo and behold, here it is. Here it is. All right. Usually I don't like posting makeup videos, and it's something that I said initially that I wouldn't do because I know I would get a lot of criticism and people would probably say, and aside for she not do it good, nobody watch her, nobody listen to her, nothing what she say. But honestly guys, I'm just doing what suits me. Like I said before, I'm not out here telling people I'm a makeup artist. I could be. I used to be. But I just do what suits me and what on yourself. You know, when I'm going out and stuff, I'll do the whole glam thing and maybe follow a full technique. But my work makeup is really like a quick routine, right? Even though the video is maybe a little longer than 5 to 10 minutes, maybe a little longer than 5 minutes, like legit, when I'm doing my makeup for work, it's like 5 minutes. I put a little more concealer over here, as you heard me complaining about before, so I'm going to use the wedge to kind of take out some of it. As you know, the wedge absorbs some of your makeup, so it's not always the best thing to use to apply your makeup. especially if you want your makeup to last. All right. Now, what I realize is that when I look into the phone's camera and when I look into my rear view mirror, I get two different views, right? So for the sake of making sure everything is blended out properly, I'm gonna look into this camera. I'm sorry. All right, just trying to position this thing properly. I have it on a little stand that keeps leaning the camera I'm talking about, so sometimes I have to get a grip. All right, just blend out that under my eyes, do my forehead, my upper middle lip, and the middle of my chin. All right, what am I gonna do about this now? Because really and truly I didn't want to do it because it's, like I said, it's a contour thing and I have a big nose, so I like to contour my nose, but not necessarily for work. So I'm kind of just gonna blend it back out. Still there a little, so I'll still get a little contour from that, and then I'm gonna go back and people start coming and they're gonna start judging me. Just blend it out with the original wedge that had a little foundation on it. So now it's almost gone, right? All right, so I haven't really put anything over my eyes yet, and I think I need a little bit more makeup on my eyes. What did I use that I haven't showed you guys yet? Everything, right? I showed you everything. Good. All right, so let's fix up that. My brows, I don't like how my brows look today. Maybe I can try to make it look better, but who has the time? Even though I'm quite early. All right, so I'm gonna go to my mascara, which is my baby. I love mascara ever since the beginning of time, and my lashes aren't even short. See, real lash. So, but I do like using mascara to give me a little bit more volume and open my eyes a bit and a little more oomph, you know what I mean? Give it a little lift too. And sometimes the foundation tends to get on my lash, like the top, so I'll fix up that too. I'm not doing good at this morning. Oh Lord, I feel like every time I try to do this, something happens. All right, let's get it. All right. So you notice the difference already, guys? How plump my lashes look? They look thicker, fuller, even longer. Yeah, man. Maybelline is my go-to mascara. I really want to try the Fenty mascara. I haven't tried that yet. But I've been using Maybelline mascaras ever since I started using makeup in my 20s. And the one I'm using is the Maybelline Colossal Big Shot. Right? In black. Alright, so after I start feeling self-conscious again. I think that lady that parked right beside me is looking at me low-key. That makes sense, yeah, man. Anyways, so I can't show you my blush, guys, because it's in shambles. But what I'm using is an LA Girl blush kit. It's called Spice. Right. So I don't use a lot of blush, just a little bit on my cheek to give a little definition. Because sometimes after you put on your makeup, you have this one neutral shade, and I guess you could call what I'm trying to do with my blush contouring my cheeks a little bit. I don't need to contour. I don't really need to contour my cheeks because I really have high cheekbones, but it gives me a little color after all that pale, not pale, but all that evenness of the skin tone, if I may say so myself. So all right, after that I just put on a little lipstick, and what I do, whatever I use throughout the day or in the morning that I need to touch up, which is basically just my lipstick, I will put that in my work bag. So I will also show you what I'm using. I use a lipstick as a lip liner. Did this song play already? And you waited. I love it. I love Travis Green, you see? Just hit the spot. All right, so this one I can't say the color because it's so old. Oh, I have two. Hold on. This is Venom by LA Colors matte lipstick. So put that in my work bag, and then to top it off, I use a really neutral tone called In Love, also by LA Colors. All right, And that's all I do. That's a little bit of color. I don't need nothing more than that. I'm not gonna look nobody at work. That's it. My hands were shaky just now. And guys, in a nutshell, that's all I do in the mornings. It may seem a little bit longer now, but really and truly, when I'm doing it without talking to you, it's like a one bam thank you ma'am. And a lot of people don't wear makeup because they think it's so long and you have to put on 1,000,001 products, but you really don't. You really don't. So just find what works for you and take your time with yourself. Maybe on the weekend you can practice, and I know you will enjoy it. And as long as you just have a cutesy look, I mean, I'm not saying I look cute or nothing, but alright guys, so that's it for me for today. Hope you liked it, and if you have any questions, any comments, if you want to cuss me off and send me to know the hell me I do, leave it in the comments. Like, subscribe and share. Mwah. Have a great day.